All right, welcome back, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Ganked, where we go over the ships, the fits, what's right, what's wrong. Sometimes people even do things perfectly right, and they get ganked anyway, especially during Crimson Harvest. So we've got some real contenders here for, you know, a good winner. You know, let's see what we got. So now I notice that there are some missing, and there are some missing probably because, you know, people just are not sharing their stuff here. So all right, well, let's start here. So this is, it doesn't say it's ganked, but it totally looks like a gank. And this is a Viator. The Viator is a Blockade runner, the Galante version. And I run this ship quite often. Now, there's a couple of things about this, which is that they lost 18 billion. 18 billion-esque. Yes. So, 18 billion, and they're in high sec. They're running in a Blockade runner. Now, here's something really interesting you may or may not know about a Blockade runner. And that is that when you get ganked in a Blockade runner, it is 100% luck that you're carrying stuff because the gankers don't know what you're carrying. And they don't know because the Blockade runners are unscannable. You cannot scan a Blockade runner. And at least you can't cargo scan it. And I think you can't fit scan it either. But you can't cargo scan it. And for that reason, when flying a Blockade runner, you are a valid target whether you have anything on you or not. And this one, they got real lucky, 18 billion. Now, I don't recommend carrying this much in a Blockade runner. It is really interesting that how they fit this. They tried to tank the Blockade runner. And the Blockade runner is usually about alignment. So obviously, even with them trying to tank this, yeah, so they're really trying to get the EHP on it. I don't know what you can get in total for EHP. It says here 12,946. This is typically not right. And so the way that you fit a Blockade runner is you fit it for alignment. And when you fit it for alignment, you can only fit about 3,000 cubic meters in it, less than 4,000. And so, but then you can get it down to, what, 3 ticks, I think? Anyway, this is, it's hard to say that a Blockade runner is the wrong ship because it's really not. And what I'm talking about is the Blockade runner has its 4,500 with agility fit. All right, Hawkward, thank you. So the Blockade runner has basically its special ability is alignment, quickness, high warp speed, and all of the Blockade runners have this. And so the Mimitar version might be a little bit faster on alignment than like the Galante version. The Galante version might be the slowest on alignment, but they're all very, very fast. And so you can also fit a interdiction nullifier on them so you can get through bubbles. And they can fly cloaked. So there's a lot of stuff about these that's really, really good, but you don't... The only thing that they're going to defeat on a fit like this is smart bombs. So if they're worried that they're going to get hit with smart bombs, there's two things that they should be doing. One is that you don't fly gate to gate. And this would be a null, too. You can fire off smart bombs in high sec. It's kind of rare right now when they're trying to get people's pods too. There is smart bombs being fired off at the same time, and that's so that they get your pod once you're podded. But that is not the norm. That only happens in the month of October typically with Crimson Harvest. And so anyway, this could potentially survive a smart bomb from a smaller ship. I don't know that it could survive a smart bomb from a battleship, though. And so, it also, I see Hawkward making more, talking more here. Also, this is typically a shield ship here. And I would not have the propulsion. I would have more shield on it. So, anyway, it's not... If they want to get you, they're going to get you. And in high sec, you do not go in and out of JITA with these. You might go through the gate, but you don't fly into JITA station and everything. Because in JITA station, they will have people positioned there who are in like tornadoes and such, who are just sitting there waiting to see a blockade runner dock and then start having to do propulsion in. This is another reason why you have a bookmark, an insta-dock bookmark. And they may see them, then propulsion in or whatnot, and perfect time to shoot them. They're quick lock, high alpha, very, very high alpha. I have a short on alpha you can look up on what makes alpha different than just regular DPS. And so anyway, let's see what they lost. Did they lose anything? They lost something that was worth a lot. Here's 1.2 billion narrow input matrix. There's a lot in the millions. 1.3 billion. Oh, potent oh, damn. They had 60 of the potent radiant cerebral accelerators. Damn. Oh, did I just almost laugh out loud? Sorry. I meant to keep that to myself. They've got, gosh, all these boosters and everything. It's very, very interesting. And it's hard to fit this much value in here. Extended Radiant Cerebral Accelerator. What were they doing? They were trying to bring them to JITA. What do you want to bet? They were trying to bring them to JITA to put them on the market. That's probably what was going on here. And so, anyway, yeah, big loss. Not such a great drop, because some of these things, since they're timed, they'd have to get them to market right away. And as Admiral Mason will tell you, who does a lot of ganking, he don't have the time for the market shit. Yeah. So anyway, too much stuff in here. You are a very fast ship. You really should not be putting this much even in a blockade runner. And so right off the bat,
really tanked.
We have a winner.
Flying that big ship, now it's spanked. Wrong fit, wrong ship. What the fuck were you thinking? Now your wreck's on the grid. Your rep is sinking. Tall as blues, what were you smoking? Cargo worth a fortune, now you're choking. 30 billion in the hole, that's bold. Inexperienced motherfucker, you've been trolled. That cargo's worth too much.
I hope you got your headphones on watching it work.
You were clever, but you're shit out of luck. Flex tanking might be bold, but it's a joke. In the harsh void of space, you're now broke.
Oh, did I laugh out loud again? Sorry, I didn't mean to. Meant to keep that to myself.
30
All right. Well, they won right off the bat.
Dumb motherfucker acting like a space sucker, but really you're a fool in this galactic pool.
We can go
Shouldn't
on to the
be
next one.
flying, 'cause all
Oh
you
my God.
do is dying in the cold of New Eden. Your tears aren't worth buying.
Does this guy die a lot?
What were you smoking? Cargo
Oh.
worth a fortune. Now you're choking.
He's 5 years old. And this is his first death? I mean, honestly, golf clap for you, buddy. You've been this long and never died? Holy cow. That must have really sucked. 5 years in the game, never die?
Haul is blues, learn the ropes, or keep
Or
buying
gal.
ships and crashing hopes. In New Eden, it's a hard knock life, so fly smart and avoid the strife.
All right. Well, there we have it. So, seems to have more windows. Oh, no, the click next down there is still there. It just won't show you. It won't show you the other stuff. I mean, there's not more unless I was looking at it wrong. Let me look at it. Unless it used the stuff here of... Yeah, see, there's nothing else there. There's nothing else there. So, yeah. Yep. All good. All right. So, on to the next one. Hey, here's Kushin's special team. Kushin, I wrote a song about him. Oh my God, look at that fit. Man, look at that fit. So it's no wonder that they attacked him. And, okay, so first off, Charon, oh, there was a related pod too. I missed that. So, this guy, Charon. Charon is the thinnest skin on any of the... it's the lowest DHP on any of the freighters. And that's because transversely, it can also haul the most. You can have the most stuff in it. So this is speed and align tanked. And... now, I can't tell you how fast you're going to align with this fit, but so basically, you've got your 200,000. We got your 200,000 EHP or so, and then you just don't go up from there. This really should be. A Charon's not the right ship to fly. It's only the Obelisk in high sec. Only because it costs the gankers more to gank you, and thus there's a bit less chance of getting ganked. It does not take you to 0. There's just a bit less chance of getting ganked. And with this, he's trying to align faster and trying to warp faster. And so the alignment on this is going to be native around 40-something seconds. Putting this in, he's going to get down to like 31 or 32 seconds. It's still a hell of a lot of time. If you were to use a webber, a webbing ship, a secondary ship, to web this, and then to get going, you could do it in under 10 seconds. Now, some people tell you they can do it in about 5. Okay, so let me just outline how this works for you, which is why I'm not a big fan of webbers in high sec, and that is that if they want to get you, they still can, and that's because they can scram you faster than you can web. And so if they're at the gate, they know you're coming, they can scram you faster than the webber can get you off. And so all they got to do is bring quick scram. That's all they got to do. And then once you're scrammed, your warp fails. Not if the freighter is a line fit. I don't know. I would bet you that if we tried this, and you say not if it's a line fit and everything, I would bet you that if I were trying to scram you, I could still get a scram on, especially if I'm using boosts and I have the right fit, maybe even some cheap implants. I would bet you that I could still scram you. I might have to try a few times, but you will not have a 100% success rate with getting away. You will not. You just won't. And so, anyway, this guy got taken out. Fusion Special Team. Oh, and Legion's in on it. And Goon Swarm. I mean, go Goons. He didn't have a huge amount on here. It's 10.5 billion. But the 10.5 billion is still too much. Literally, you have to stay under a couple billion in order to be not worthy of ganking. So, you know, when you are at 10 billion, you are totally saying, hey, come at me, bro. Right? Yeah. So, way too much for high sec. Yes, I actually would feel way more comfortable about flying a fit like this in null than I would in high sec. I kid you not. I would feel way more comfortable about flying this in null than I would in high sec. Freighters are not meant to fly in null. So here we go, another 13.39 billion, and right ship, wrong fit. I just want to go over those lyrics of the song. What were you thinking? Right. And so I had a lot of fun writing those lyrics for that song, I gotta say. And so, anyway, their cargo expanded out, which means they gave up a bunch of EHP. They could be 600,000, but no. They got to make it all in one trip and carry everything. And they're trying to do a plastic wrap. That makes it even worse. Like, they're carrying this stuff for somebody else. So not only is there an insurance payout to the person that they were hauling, and but they probably paid out more than what the value of the stuff was worth, and add insult to injury, they died doing it too. So right ship, wrong fit. Now here is Barbaroga, and has this got officer stuff in it? Is this why we're... Yes! What the hell are people thinking? So, it's got some officer stuff in it. Oh, and these are all abyssal rolled. It would be interesting to see what the DPS on this would be. But were they near a gate? Yes, they were. They were flying this gate to gate. And I gotta say that they shouldn't have been flying it. And I know this list is missing a lot of ganks. I don't know why, but it is. I know, Sizzlino, you are correct. So, anyway, yeah, something about the search, they're just not coming up. So, anyway, yeah, this guy, and was he carrying a lot of cargo? He wasn't really carrying a lot of cargo. So, Sizzlino? Yeah, right? Sizzlino? Sizzle? Something like that? Yeah. All right. Continuing on. Oh, 19.27 billion. Okay. And this is a deep space transport. So, this is interesting. I'm trying to figure out by looking at the fit. Their shield, primarily shield, which I agree with. The damage control. Wait a second. Why is it an IFFA damage control? Were they out of fit space? Why not a Tech 2 that gives them more? Because that one's just a meta one. It's not even... If they... Gosh, for carrying this much stuff, if they had a 2 billion ISK fit on it, I wouldn't complain about that if it was the right fit. But why carry so much stuff in a fit that has a meta module? That I don't understand. So the propulsion is fine. Large Sheriff shield extender? Gosh. So I feel like this fit, okay, this fit is not necessarily a high-sec fit. I feel like maybe it's more of a low-sec fit. But yeah. I don't know. There's something wrong here. Oh, I know what it is. They're carrying so much stuff. Let's see here. So, is that 12 billion worth of rigs? Oh my God, all of the wasted scrap metal. 12 billion worth of rigs. And no, that's 12 million. Never mind. Where is... Oh. So, is this guy a manufacturer? I mean, why else would you have 228 covert ops cloaks and multi-spectrum shield hardeners and stuff? He's got a lot of stuff. Just a lot. So, is this all in a... Oh, it's in a plastic wrap. Gosh. Yep, it's a contract. So, guys, let me just give you a piece of advice. When you are grabbing contracts, set your settings so that you don't grab an amount that is higher than you should be flying. I don't think that I have a problem with flying like 2 billion worth of cargo in a deep space transport because they can be pretty tanky. You can if you use a propulsion trick, you can get to warp in like 7 seconds. And you know, and then I don't have any problem with putting a billion ISK fit on a ship like this because it just makes sense. But when you're carrying this much stuff, you are 100% a target. 100%. They're like, that one screams, shoot me first. Oh my God. 21 billion. What the hell? They're in Jita. They're getting bumped off of the perimeter gate. They're at 65 off. So they were getting bumped. Okay. 1, wrong ship. Let me give you a little pro tip here. This is the wrong fit. And I gotta say that this is the only ship where the fit that might be correct would be like armor or modules for resistances. And so this ship is completely the wrong ship for doing this. Absolutely wrong. And even if they were fit right, so they were brick fit, they still could have been taken out. And look at that. It's Admiral Mason. from Legion. So he took them out with the cenotaphs. He used 3 cenotaphs and a web. Now, that's kind of wild. Why would you use a web? If you web the freighter without scramming them, does it not allow them to get to warp faster? I don't understand the web. Maybe Admiral Mason will speak up and say why the web. Oh, it's his Weber. It's a friendly Weber, but it got on the kill mail of his own self. Oh, God. Because it was a hostile action, even if you're selected to duel. So you do a duel, and then you can web. And okay, so y'all were saying even with the Weber you can get away. Bullshit. He had a Weber, and he had webbed it. So they thought that they would do good by webbing it, and then, is this a... Okay, so there's just a bunch of stuff in the cargo. There is a way... Here we go. By value. Killboard says, are you sure? 805 rows to sort. Oh. Yeah, okay, we're not going to do it. Over 800 items in here? Yeah. So, friendly fire on for the corp and probably a duel. Yes, that is how you do it. So, anyway, we're just going to look in here. There's ore strip miners. There's, paladins, nightmare. I mean, okay, so this is this guy's own stuff. This was not in a package. He's not trying to haul it for somebody. This is all his own stuff. And with it being, oh my God, this list is so long. With it being all of his own stuff, why put this much stuff? Lazy. Yeah. Just lazy. I mean, what can we say? And it just goes on and on and on. So, and this one's Admiral Mason, who's in our Twitch chat a lot and in Discord. This is like his pride and joy shit. This is like, and if you'll notice, he used only 3 ships to get them. And I forget what the cost is on each of these. He's spending like $1.5 billion or something like that. And, or I don't even remember. But he valued this high enough that it was not a problem for him to try. And so, yeah. And did they, yeah, so this guy lives in Null, or his exit strategy is at Wormholer. So he's not really lost freighters before. This looks all very normal for somebody who's like living in Null or whatever. So, yeah. 41 billion, folks. Yep. Here's one in Amazon. Over 10 billion. Oh, even these Charon blueprint copies, I think they're worth, even the copies are worth around 100 million each. So, you know, he had Bitfrosts in here and stuff. Yeah, and wrong ship, wrong fit. I mean, that's his only loss. How old is he? Oh, he's new. He is super new. Okay, so lesson to be learned here, folks, and that is that you got. Is this guy a credit card warrior? Like buy Plex and then buy stuff like he's 4 months old, 3 months old, 3.5 months old. Like, can you in that time be skilled enough to fly this? Yeah, I hate to see that. I hate to see that. I really encourage people who are doing, you know, if you're going to buy Plex and stuff, that, you know what you're doing. If it's a second character and your first character and you, the pilot, know what you're doing, then that's fine. But if it's brand new people and they're spending all kinds of money on it and they take losses like that, like, I don't like that. You know, it makes me feel bad, especially if they like bought Plex from us, from our store and stuff. I mean, I don't wish that kind of experience, you know, to actually have a financial loss. Everything that I've got right now, I can just replace real easy, flying for myself. I mean, I've been playing forever, but new players having stuff like that, I think is questionable. Just like this fit. Right ship, wrong fit. And 23 billion ISK. Oh, Legion strikes again. Legion. Oh, this guy had a Weber too. Look at that. He had a Weber as well. Oh my goodness. You know, at least these are all copies and not originals. So, well, at the station, no. So, okay, so listen, this distance right here from the station, that is a deep insta. Now, I'm going to give you all a little bit of a hint on stuff. You think that your Instadoc is good? It's not. It's shit. And I'll tell you why. Because this guy is 110,000 kilometers from Jita Station. So he uses an Insta, he flies 110,000 kilometers out, and how does Legion get there? Legion gets there because he has the probes already ready. They're already ready. They're already dialed in. And you can do 100,000 kilometer area, you know, just fine. You could do, and so it's dialed in and it's ready to go. All you got to do is hit scan. You hit scan while it's stopping right there, and then you're able to warp straight to it. Just warp your fleet of your 3 ships straight to it, and you are there just like lickety split. So 0.25 AU radius probes is way bigger than 110 kilometers. Yeah, well, I'm just saying that you can have it completely dialed in, and he'll land in the area. So if you're going to make a deep safe, you better consider flying for days. Days going. So, yeah. Could they have been shot somewhere different and died because of damage over time? Silvapid, it's not out of the realm of possibilities. I don't know if you can get to warp after a cenotaph has attacked you, the Cenotaph has a special weapon that, like, you could just envision this. It burrows inside the ship and then corrupts it from the inside out until it blows up. But I can also tell you that you can't hit it with 3 Cenotaphs at once. You hit it with the first one. The first one, then when it's expiring, you hit it with the second one. Then when that one's expiring, you hit it with the third one. And that's how you do it. So they, I'll bet you that this was caught at an Insta Deep. So that would be my guess. Yep. Here's another one. What? Okay, folks. This one is a awful fit. Like effing awful. It's a fawful fit. He's got a reinforced bulkhead. He's got inertia stabilizer. He's got an expanded cargo hold. Okay, so this right here, when you put it in, reduces the size of your cargo hold in order to give you more EHP. This right here doesn't have a drawback the same way. It just gives you faster alignment, but it uses a spot that very well could have been used for a brick. And then the expanded cargo hold gives you more cargo space in expense of EHP, which is what he's trying to do here. So this reinforced bulkhead and this expanded cargo hold nearly cancel each other out. The only reason that you would use both is if it gave you just enough more so that you could fit whatever you're fitting. Otherwise, forget it. Absolutely forget it. So what he's done here is he's nullified these two and he warps a little bit faster. It's not good. It's a really fawful fit. Really fawful. So, and compressed scordite. Dude, is this a package? No, it's not even a package. Okay, let me just say something else here. Do your triple tank, and if you really feel like flying this, and it takes you down, you need less in the cargo hold, and you need to be triple brick tanked, and then you'll be less of a target. Now, right now, there is some shooting of everything that you see coming through going on, which hopefully that doesn't bite me in the ass today, but it might. We'll see. So anyway, this guy, he's old too. He's been around a while. Oh, they got his pod too. Well, he didn't have anything in his pod. Yeah, he doesn't, looks like he does a lot of mining. I'll bet you that he mines his own stuff. So, that was probably all stuff that he mined. Yeah. Poor guy. Yeah. So, all right. Let's take on... Oh, here, I'm about to fly a Fenrir here. Oh, God, this one looks nasty. All right. Okay. This fit. Double cargo expanded and an overdrive injector system, which tries to get him to faster warp speed. So this guy is carrying 34 billion and he's trying to be fast. So it's not even the right kind of fast. This is lazy fast. The right kind of fast would be inertia stabilizers to try and get to warp faster, except that's still wrong as well. And So he's got a plastic wrap. Oh, what in the world? Oh my God, this is worse than we ever imagined. Look at this. He's in a Fenrir. What is he carrying? He's carrying a plastic wrap with blueprints. And this is where all the expense is. These are all blueprint originals, which means that they may be worth twice or more what the actual value here shows. And and that was all blueprints on an enormous freight container, 3 of them. Well, that's the problem there. So, okay, so 2 things. 1, the person who put up this contract, dumb as all shit, putting enormous freight containers in here. That means you can't fly it in a blockade runner. You can't fit it in a small ship with that. And so then it's got all of these blueprints, and you're putting all of your blueprints at risk. I hope that whoever put up this contract properly assessed the value of these if they were all researched. Because if you just look at them in a cargo hold and say, oh, it says it's worth this, which was the amount down here, oh, it doesn't say the total on just that one, does it? Oh, okay, well, that's too bad, but it's a lot. It's a lot. And so if you have those in there, they can't be run. A contract to be a ganker? No, a ganker wouldn't put all of these in there. All these blueprints. They're valuable. So, anyway, the fault of the hauler for accepting a contract that he has to use a freighter for it when it's this expensive, and fault of the person posting the contract because the contract is, you've made it too big to be able to be logically flown to whatever its destination is on that really high value. I pay for people to transport my really valuable blueprints. I put nothing else with them. And they're usually, I've got a value on them that is 3 to 3.5 times what their original purchase value was. And that's to make up for all the time and research. And so, I kid you not, I sometimes am putting out contracts where it is 100 billion or 200 billion that the hauler has to put up. But if I'm paying 100 billion for something to be transported, you know, it's a 100 billion ISK on that, I am paying a shit ton for having it hauled too. And so it wouldn't be uncommon for me to pay 50 billion, not 50 billion. It wouldn't be uncommon for me to pay 10 billion to have 100 billion hauled. And that's my insurance. I don't want to go through all the time of researching them all again too, because not only is it all the time on those for, you know, what it costs you to do the research, but I have some blueprints that have taken multiple years to research. So you lose all of that too. And and this guy's got, and here's another plastic wrap, and it's just absolutely shameful, isn't it? They were getting greedy. All right. That is this episode of Ganked. We'll see you in the next one. Actually, I hope I don't see you, but maybe we will.